Good morning. Our most revered founder, Honorable Minister, the guest of honor, Director General of Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, Professor Ahmed Abdullahi Jinepo, the guest speaker, Justice Barima Yao, Kodi Opong, Director of the Ghana Law School and Legal Education in Ghana, Excellencies, Nime, Neneme, Name, members of the University Council, members of the Academic Board, members of Convocation, chancellors and vice chancellors of sister universities, honorees, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to warmly welcome you all to this historic congregation of Accra Metropolitan University, the first graduating ceremony since the university received its presidential charter in 2024. This event marks not only the academic success of our graduating class and honorees, but also a significant milestone in the evolution of our university. This charter affirms the university's autonomy to award its own degrees and symbolizes the confidence of the Republic of Ghana in our integrity, governance, and future direction. We are very proud to emerge as a fully fledged degree awarding university. We are committed to excellence, inclusion, and innovation in higher education. This ceremony reflects the fulfillment of a vision and also the beginning of a new journey. To our distinguished graduates, this day is a tribute to your hard work and resilience. To our honorary awardees, your lives exemplify the values we seek to instill in every student: leadership, transformation, and also service. We thank the gracious God Almighty for his unmerited favor and guidance, and we ask that he blesses this ceremony. May he inspire every heart present and cause this institution to continue to shine as a light of knowledge, service, and also transformation. On behalf of the University Council, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to all who have made this possible. And I thank each one of you for joining us to share in this proud moment. Welcome, and may this occasion inspire us all. I hereby constitute the Assembly as a congregation of the Accra Metropolitan University for the purpose of conferring degrees, including honorary degrees, and for presenting academic prizes. It is customary for the Vice Chancellor to give us her report at this forum on the development that took place in the university over the last academic year. I, therefore, invite the Vice Chancellor to present her report to the congregation. Thank you all.
Chairman, sir, our most revered founder, Professor Joshua Alabi, I wish to acknowledge a few of us and to specially acknowledge each and every one of us who are here. We want to say you are special and thank you for coming. I like to acknowledge, firstly, our guest of honor, the Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, Professor Ahmed Jinako. We also like to acknowledge our very cherished guest speaker, His Lordship, the Justice of the Appeals Court and Director of the Ghana School of Law, as well as the Director of the Legal Education in Ghana, Nana Berima Zhao Kodie Okong. Our special honorees, IGP Mr. Christian Tete Yohuno, and Engineer Patricia Obonai, representative of the Open University of Tanzania, also our very dear, our very, very dear Professor Esi Ewa, and I wish to say that we have two of UMAT representatives here. No, I'm mistaken, three. So it appears we have the whole of the University of Mines and Technology here. Let me acknowledge the Vice Chancellor and the Pro-Vice Chancellor and the Chairperson of the University of Mines and Technology, TAPA, Professor Amankwa and Professor Oforisapon. The representative of the Zambian Embassy, the Deputy Commissioner, our diplomatic corps, our very, very special Nime and Name, but I pause here to acknowledge His Eminence, the Tobu Wulomo Shiche and Overlord of the Ga Dange State. Ni, welcome. I also like to acknowledge the representatives of the Nuwa Traditional Council. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, friends of the media, graduates and honorees, good morning and welcome once again. Indeed, this is a special and historic moment. Today is no ordinary day. It is a day of meaning, of memory, and of momentum. We gather here not only to confer degrees and honor exceptional individuals, but to mark a bold new chapter in the life of our university. As indicated already, this is the first official congregation since receiving our presidential charter, transitioning us from Lower University College to a fully autonomous and globally connected university. To our graduating class of 2024, we honor your choice. You enrolled under Lower University College, and today you graduate under the mentorship and certification of the Open University of Tanzania. While your certificates bear their name, your academic journey laid the foundation for this university's future. You are the last of the pioneers and the first of the torch bearers of our new legacy. I express our profound gratitude to the Open University of Tanzania for their mentorship and guidance. Indeed, they were our compass in the wilderness. And for their mentorship, we commemorate their contribution with an award in the name of Professor Eliphas Bisanda, who was the Vice Chancellor throughout the period of our tutelage. Ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate icons of leadership and impact in Ghana. We have two very special, impactful Ghanaians in the person of IGP Mr. Christian Tete Yohuno, a symbol of transformative public service, ethical leadership, law enforcement, and security sector reform. Engineer Patricia Ogonai is also our special honoree, and she is the CEO of Telecel Ghana, a beacon of female leadership in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM, as well as corporate governance and digital transformation. Their lives exemplify the very theme of today's congregation, empowered to lead, equipped to transform. I'm happy to announce that since receiving our charter, we have added 8 new programs to our university portfolio. 3 of them have already been accredited, and we have PhD Leadership and Sustainable Governance, PhD in Finance and Accounting, MSc Energy Management, MSc Sustainable Development, MSc Security and Intelligence, among others. We are also in the process of completing our accreditation for Bachelor of Laws, which we hope to start in September, as well as Bachelor of Education. In terms of our infrastructure, we are happy to say that we believe and we boast of a very robust learning management system, which is integrated with plagiarism and speak-to-text functionalities, as well as proctoring systems. We are almost completed the process of integrating an AI tutoring system to make learning more interactive. We continue to grow internationally, and we have several institutional international collaborations. In addition to that, we have 3 international projects ongoing now, 2 of which are funded by the EU. Those are the NELS project and the DigiGrad project. Ladies and gentlemen, recently we participated in the Global Conference for the Design of Future Learning, which was hosted by China globally, we are happy to announce that Accra Metropolitan University got to the semi-finals amongst a few universities on the continent. We wish to acknowledge the improvement of the accreditation process in Ghana. Prof. Ahmed Jinapor, thank you for making the accreditation process more rigorous, but indeed critical and collegial without compromising standards. May I use this opportunity to appeal through your office to the relevant authorities to consider very carefully, in the principle and spirit of equity, adding the private universities to the free first-year tuition fees for universities. We believe we should be guided by our experiences and lessons from the impact of the free SHS policy on private secondary schools in Ghana. To our students, past, present, and the future, we promise you an unmatched learning experience anchored in flexibility, diversity of methods, and relevance to the evolving world. For us, that is what we mean by empowered to lead, equipped to transform. In terms of our corporate social responsibility, we are happy to announce that in celebration of our charter, Accra Metropolitan University has awarded scholarships to the tune of 3 million Ghana cedis to the Newark community and to the security services, including inmates. As you could see from the flag parade, our students come from across the world, including the United States, the United Kingdom, some EU member states, South Africa, Sweden, Nigeria, Liberia, UAE, Senegal, Gambia, and Guinea. I'm happy to announce that today, amongst us, we have 2 of our graduating students who have come all the way from Liberia. Can we see you? Congratulations. This reflects our global appeal of flexibility, applied learning, and quality-driven programs. Our ambition is to cover at least 20 countries in the strategic horizon. Now to the class of 2024. Remember, you are the embodiment of our transformation. You are not just graduates. You are trailblazers. You are our promise fulfilled. Walk into the world with pride. Go forth, knowing that you have been empowered to lead, not just with titles or qualifications, but with values. Go forth and grow, knowing that you have indeed been equipped to transform not just yourselves, but your communities, your country, and your continent. Remember, the name on your certificate may be Open University of Tanzania, but the name etched in your legacy is Accra Metropolitan University. Mentisans, go glow. Finally, let us all commit as students, faculty, partners, and stakeholders to building a new university, a true center of excellence through innovation, a citadel of thought leadership, a metropolitan hub for lifelong learning that is flexible, globally relevant, socially conscious, and endlessly innovative. Together, let us build a university that reflects the true essence of a modern and mission-driven metropolitan university that has a promising future. Empowered to lead, equipped to transform, this is our purpose. This is our path. And this is Accra Metropolitan University. Thank you all and congratulations. God bless Accra Metropolitan University. God bless our graduates and honorees. And God bless our homeland Ghana.
Chairman, sir, I have the pleasure to invite the Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission in the person of Professor Ahmed Jinapor to present the speech as the guest of honor. Thank you.
Chairman and members of the Governing Council of Accra Metropolitan University. The guest speaker, my dear brother and friend, Justice Yao Opong, Inspector General of Police of the Republic of Ghana, and the leadership of the Ghana Police Service. The founder of Accra Metropolitan University, my father, Professor Joshua Alabi. The Archbishop of Paris Church and the founder of Paris University College. The president of Gold Coast University, a friend, Reverend Dr. Tete Ofe, Vice Chancellor of University of Mines and Technology, Professor Richard Amankwa, Chiefs, Queen Mothers, staff, faculty, media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, good morning. The morning is no good. Good morning. Good morning. We have the IGP going to be honored with a doctorate and the whole police service here, and the morning cannot be good. Please, once again, good morning. Good morning. I bring you warm greetings from the board, management, and staff of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC. It is a great pleasure for me to be invited to be part of this very important ceremony in the life of Accra Metropolitan University 2025 Congregation Ceremony and Conferral of Honorary Awards. I would like to take this unique opportunity to congratulate the university on its attainment of charter status, which grants it full autonomy and the power to award degrees. This attests to the tremendous work and exemplary leadership shown by the managers of this institution. Mr. Chairman, as we reflect on the growth of tertiary education in Ghana, we must pause to acknowledge the tireless contributions of Professors Joshua Alabi and Professor Goski Alabi, visionaries and institution builders whose footprints are etched in the development of education and leadership in this country. Professor Joshua Alabi has not only served this nation in academia, politics, and diplomacy, but has also been a trailblazer in tertiary educational governance. His work in institutional reform and academic leadership has inspired countless others to raise standards and drive excellence. The transformation he brought to the University of Professional Studies, which has positioned the university on a very sound footing and growth trajectory, is something that is significant and cannot be discounted in the annals of tertiary educational delivery in Ghana. Equally, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Goski Alabi, our foundational president and chairperson of the Governing Council of University of Mines and Technology, has emerged as a formidable figure in higher educational leadership with a unique blend of academic, administrative, and entrepreneurial acumen. Her commitment to quality assurance, academic innovation, and the professional development of staff and students alike has earned her the wide respect both locally and internationally. Accra Metropolitan University stands today as a testament of their shared vision of accessible, quality, and transformational education. We salute them for their boldness, foresight, and continued commitment to nation building through education. I think they deserve a hand of applause. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we commend these two illustrious personalities, it is refreshing to note that one significant leg of today's ceremony is the conferment of an honorary doctorate degree on the respected Inspector General of Police, COP Christian Tete Yohunu, and Engineer Patricia Obonai. The IGP embodies the essence of our team, empowered to lead, equipped to transform. Throughout his illustrious career in the Ghana Police Service, culminating in his leadership as IGP, he exemplifies what it means to be empowered to lead. He leads with principle, courage, and a deep commitment to professionalism and reform within the service. Mr. Yohunu has championed and continues to promote critical reforms, modernized policing approaches with emphasized community engagement and intelligence-led policing. His tenure has seen significant strides in transforming the image and operational effectiveness of the Ghana Police Service with improved security and public interest. By conferring this honorary doctorate on him, Accra Metropolitan University not only recognizes its outstanding personal achievements, but also highlights the vital importance of dedicated public service, ethical leadership, and the transformative power of committed individuals in national institutions. His commitment to discipline, innovation, and accountability aligns perfectly with today's theme, and this recognition by Accra Metropolitan University is both apt and inspirational. On behalf of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, I congratulate the IGP on this honor. Say, may it spur you onto even greater contributions to national security and institutional reform. That said, Mr. Chairman, as we celebrate and honor our father, and I refer to him as father because my father was a policeman, so it is legitimate. And friend, for his contribution to Mother Ghana, permit me to seize this important occasion to caution the public and all well-meaning Ghanaians about the abuse of academic titles and the need to desist from same. It is instructive to state that academic titles such as doctor and professor are for the exclusive use of persons who have gone through the rigor of academic pursuit and have been awarded a Doctor of Philosophy degree from a recognized university. The title professor does not come by conferment. It is an academic rank that comes through promotion, having accumulated years of experience in academia and met critical indicators in research, teaching, and extension. I use the police service as an analogy. The police IGP starts as a constable. He moves to a corporal, a sergeant, inspector, ASP, Assistant Superintendent of Police, DSP, Deputy Superintendent of Police, Superintendent, Chief Supo. Then he comes to ACP, DCOP, and COP. They tell you, I'm a barrack boy. So you don't just get up one day and jump from constable to COP. It doesn't work that way. Mr. Chairman, Section 8, 4D of the Education Regulatory Bodies Act, 2020 Act 1023, enjoins GTech to regulate the use of academic titles in Ghana. Indeed, that portion of the Act states, the Commission shall regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles including university, college, professor, doctor, chartered, and related terms. In short, ladies and gentlemen, unearned titles such as honorary cannot be affixed to our names. And now to graduates of 2025. You leave Accra Metropolitan University today empowered to lead and equipped to transform. This is your charge, your privilege, and your responsibility. Carry the knowledge, the skills, the values, and the relationships forged here with pride. Go forth and lead with wisdom and compassion. Go forth and transform your workplaces, your communities, and our beloved Ghana. Be bold innovators, critical entrepreneurs, dedicated public servants, and enlightened citizens. Do not underestimate the power you now hold. The world needs your leadership. Ghana needs your transformative energy. Believe in your capacity and make a difference. And to our faculty, staff, and management of Accra Metropolitan University, thank you for your tireless work in empowering and equipping this cohort. To you, our dear parents and guardians, your sacrifices have borne magnificent fruit. Celebrate your joy. Graduates, as you step into the next chapter, remember you are Accra Metropolitan University's ambassadors. You are Ghana's hope. You are empowered and equipped. Now go forth and lead, go forth and transform. May God bless our homeland Ghana, Accra Metropolitan University, and you all gathered here. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Director General Professor Jinapor, for your address. Chairman, sir, may I have your permission to introduce a rep of the Minister of Education in the person of Mr. Fred Kisiedu to deliver the address by the Honorable Minister.
An occasion like this, Minister himself would have wished to be here. Unfortunately, he's not here. He has asked me to come in instead. And may I have the permission, Chairman, to read the Honorable Minister's speech? Mr. Chairman, Chairperson of the Governing Council, Vice Chancellor, members of the Academic Board, faculty and staff of this noble institution, distinguished guests, awardees, proud parents and guardians, graduating class of 2025, Nime, Ulome, Name, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with deep honor that I stand before you today on behalf of the Honorable Minister for Education, who extends his warmest congratulations and heartfelt best wishes to all of you on this significant occasion. Today we are gathered here not only to celebrate academic achievement, but also to mark the beginning of a journey that reflects this year's timely and powerful theme, empowered to lead, equipped to transform. This theme speaks not just to the graduates seated here, but to all of us. It is a bold affirmation of what education should do, must do, and for our nation and our continent. Education must empower, education must equip, and ultimately, education must transform. To the graduating class of 2025, indeed, you have toiled, you have persevered through lectures, assignments, sleepless nights, unprecedented global challenges, and today, you stand tall, empowered with knowledge, equipped with skills, and ready to step into the world as leaders in your respective fields. But let me be clear, leadership is not just about occupying positions of authority. It is also about service, responsibility, and vision. You have been empowered not only with academic credentials, but with the ability to influence your communities positively, to speak truth to power, and to uphold integrity, innovation, and inclusivity in everything you do. Whether you are stepping into classrooms, boardrooms, research labs, startup hubs, or civic spaces, remember this: true leadership begins where comfort ends and courage begins. To our dear honorees, we extend profound congratulations to the recipient of today's honorary degrees. Your accomplishments reflect the very essence of this theme. You are a living testament of what it means to lead with purpose and transform lives with impact. May this recognition fuel your continuous service to humanity and to Mother Ghana. The Accra Metropolitan University and faculty have long demonstrated its commitment to producing not only graduates, but nation builders, critical thinkers, problem solvers, and ethical leaders. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I applaud your innovation, academic rigor, and commitment to excellence. As a ministry, we remain committed to supporting institutions like yours to ensure Ghana's higher education system continue to evolve, integrating digital tools, fostering entrepreneurship, and strengthening research that responds to national and global needs. Parents and guardians gathered here, we want to thank you for your sacrifices, encouragement, and endless support. Today is your victory as well. And to the graduates, again, the world you are stepping into is complex, defined by rapid technological change, shifting economies, and urgent global challenges. But do not be doubted. You are not empty-handed. You are empowered to lead and to be the voice of reason, innovation, empathy in your generation. You are equipped to transform your communities, your industries, and your nation through action rooted in knowledge, values, and vision. As the Ghanaian proverb says, in Sabaku Nkra Adiswa, one hand cannot lift a heavy load. Work together, lift others as you climb, and remember that transformation begins with a single, bold step. Let the degrees you are receiving today not be an end, but but a tool to build, to heal, to teach, and to lead with honor. May your path be bold, may your leadership be wise, and may your impact be lasting. On behalf of the Honorable Minister for Education, I say congratulations, Ayiko, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Chairman, sir, I have the pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today. The guest speaker for today is the director for the Ghana Law School and the director for legal education in Ghana. He is a court of appeal judge, a lecturer, and a chief. He embodies Accra Metropolitan University. Chairman, sir, I would like to invite to the podium to deliver his address Justice Berima Nana Yao Kodie Opon.
Prof. Chairman, Babu Lomo, Ulome, Nime, Name, Nananum, distinguished honorees, the IGP. I will later tell you my own mindset about the police growing up. I really used to dread you. Graduating students, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to be brief about my salutation because I have only 10 minutes. Even though they know that lawyers 10 is 20. I'll try and make it 15. It is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you today. And today is very significant. It is a significant milestone for you honorees and all the others we are celebrating. But also importantly, we are celebrating all the individuals who have played a part in your journey. To the president of this school, vice chancellors, faculty, staff, and especially you are dedicated janitors whose efforts often go unnoticed. For without you and your unwavering commitment, these graduates could not have made it to this stage. You are the ones that ensure that the place is clean. You are the ones that ensure that the environment is conducive for us to achieve our goals. We are very grateful to you. Now, when I received the invitation and I acknowledge the theme to be empowered to lead, equipped to transform, as first notice, you may form the view that this is a very simple theme. However, a closer look at it will lead you to the conclusion that it holds deep significance. Now, being empowered means recognizing that each of us has the ability to lead. This inherent potential enables us to bring about positive change within our communities and among all those we encounter on our daily lives. As you stand poised at this pivotal moment, you are just not embarking on a personal journey. You are becoming part of a larger transformation that will impact Ghana's future. You are stepping into the roles that will shape both your own destinies and the socio-economic landscape of our nation. As you begin your journeys aimed with fresh knowledge, you will encounter challenges that may not offer easy answers. The lines between right and wrong can often be blurred. Amid various competing interests and societal complexities, in such moments, I urge you to stay grounded in principles of justice, equality, integrity, and a commitment to serve humanity. You are more than mere graduates. You are called to be champions for the voiceless and architects of social progress. Strive to be engaged citizens who build public trust, utilizing law and technology as tools for constructive change, whilst always respecting established institutions and authority. Today's world demands professionals who effectively navigate the intersection of integrity and technology. Ideas like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and data analytics are not distant concepts. They are reshaping every industry. Rather than resisting these changes, embrace them as opportunities for growth and innovation. Leadership alone isn't enough. Today's complex challenges call for skill, expertise, and a diverse arsenal of tools. Focus on becoming excellent communicators, collaborators, innovators, and resilient problem solvers. Among the tools at your disposal, the timeless wisdom found in the teachings of the Almighty God. And whether you refer to him as Atanya Numo, Mau, Unyankupon, Allah, or the Almighty God, we are talking about the same person who created the heaven and earth and continues to manage it. It is to his guiding principles that we turn to. These principles rooted in sacred texts, proverbs, cultural traditions, customs and practices and usages. They offer us the best values to deal with today's problems. And that is why if you run away from these problems that appear insurmountable, will, with our focus on these values, become surmountable. Because we don't see the sea or the ocean or rivers as a pool of water. They are the habitats for deities who have been with the Almighty God from generations, from the beginning of the world. And if we recognize this, then we will not desecrate our rivers, we will not desecrate our oceans, we will not destroy our environment with galamsey, for example. Let us go back to these values without which any fight against galamsey will continue to be a mirage. And now to all of us, let's embrace advancement in technology. As already said, especially artificial intelligence. Let's leverage these tools to enhance our skills and drive efficiency and fairness of our socio-economic systems. Remember, technology should serve to amplify our judgment and ethics and not to replace them. Your adaptability and innovative spirit will be invaluable assets. And a word of caution, avoid using technology for dishonest and illegitimate gains, such as mobile money fraud. Mr. IGP, I don't know whether you receive some of these fraudulent calls on you, but I do on every other day, as if they have singled me out. Fortunately, they all have similar voice. It is saying, Sika no Saka. Now they have moved on. Recently, I had an alert that 2,000 CDs was being sent to me. I just had to say yes. Of course. The Almighty God and Nananum were on my side, so I never said yes. Then before long, I got a call with the boys, and God has really punished them to give them a familiar voice, so we can always tell that they are fraudulent. And then said they will start usually insulting your mother first. I told him I just buried my mother, so, and some of the insults, I cannot mention them here, but I'm sure you know. Sometimes I'm sure they use your language also. It's so disheartening. Unfortunately, the telcos are doing very little about it. On my part, normally it is after I had just sent some money, and a few minutes later they start. Are they working with the telcos or the managers of these telecommunication institutions? I don't believe so. But the fact that it is gaining currency will give some credence to those who believe that some of their workers may be part of it or complicit. Then also, you send money to your artisan. Then you say, oh, why did you send the money to this Momo number? I'm owing. You should have asked me to give you another number. And then I said, you should be happy that I paid your loan for you. Oh, Nana, I didn't want to pay it now. This one, I needed it for something urgent. Strangely, the telcos continue to give them the loans. This is not what we should use technology for. It detracts and undermines our sense of integrity and good character. As for the latest about deep fake news, I won't be surprised that after we've left here, a group can just put this, what we call the akapi or the police dress on people who were not even here and say that they were also present. That does not mean that we should not take the advantage that AI in particular offers for us. But we should always ask ourselves, can this be true? Go to the source and find out. I think I have about 5 minutes. And so I'll skip parts and later publish it on your platform so you can all read. Prof. Chair, permit me to set aside our female graduate and honoree and say that you stand at a critical juncture in leadership, as Ghana has embraced the affirmative action principle, and in fact, we have now clothed it with legality, as we have passed the Affirmative Action Act. Bring your unique perspectives, resilience, and leadership to forge a society that is more inclusive and just. The nation needs your voices, our friends, the females, and your contribution now more than ever before. As you step into your respective careers, remember that you carry not only your hope, the hopes of your families, but also the aspirations of the entire nation. The journey towards achieving sustainable development goals for Ghana rests in our hands. Let's approach our country's future with wisdom, integrity, compassion, and ensure that the legacy we leave behind will stand as a testament to our commitment to greater goods. Embrace the hurdles you encounter, and there will be many challenges ahead of you. But challenges are your greatest teachers. Take time, celebrate your achievements, as they will fuel your drive to push further. In moments of uncertainty, draw upon the resilience that has carried you this far. And may I repeat, go back to your traditional values. But don't allow fear to hold you back. Keep in mind the words in Numbers 13:33 of the Holy Bible. And don't do what the Israelites did, where they were sent to the land where the sons of Anak resided. This was the report they brought. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers. And sadly, they said that, and so were we in their sight. Not only did they see themselves as weak people, but they could even envision the people also seeing them as very weak people. That is a dangerous attitude to adopt. Take pride, but don't be proud. But hold yourself up, hold yourself up, hold yourself up, and let the world see that you've gone through the best university, which can count with the other ones that think they are better. Now, I also urge you to adopt the words in Philippians 4:8 of the Holy Bible. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Dr. Ajinasari, thank you. I've borrowed your favorite verse. Now I wish you congratulations. Step forward with confidence and be prepared to lead and reform. On this note, I have donated 6 of my own books on land to the school, some of which will be given to the best students today. And that's the little I can do for you today. Indanyeshi, Nyumwajo Nyefe. Thank you very much. Oh, let me tell the IGP story before I go. 1 minute. So when I was little, I really used to dread the police. And so even though the shortest way to my primary school was in front of the police station, I would rather use a longer route. Little did I know that I would grow up and actually have a policeman guarding me. And he knows that many times I don't want him to follow me, because I'm here to get out of that dread. And now the top brass of the police are here, and IGP is here, and by the grace of God, I've succeeded in saying something. Thank you very much.
Revered Founder Chairman, sir, before I go to the next activity, permit me to acknowledge the presence of the King of Nwa, His Royal Majesty Odai Pio Wilenchi the First Odehe Papa. Third, pardon me, the third. I also like to make two more acknowledgements. Today, we are honored to have two chancellors of sister universities in our midst. The first is the Chancellor of Perez University College, Archbishop Ajin Asari. And the next is the Chancellor of Gold Coast University, or University of Gold Coast, in the person of Bishop Titi Ofe. Welcome. The beautiful song we just heard is the anthem of Accra Metropolitan University. And we are here to give special awards and prizes. The first one, which is the Founders Heritage Award, goes to Professor A.C. Ewa. Professor A.C. Ewa is the founding Vice Chancellor of the University of Natural Resources and Energy, UNED. Professor Ewa, in recognition of your exceptional contribution to the cultural and institutional identity of Accra Metropolitan University through the composition of its official anthem, your work enshrines the spirit, vision and pride of our academic community for generations. In respect of that, we'd like to do you the honors of the Founders Heritage Award, and I'd like to kindly invite the founder to do this award. For her award, she receives a citation, a shield, and also an undisclosed honorarium to say thank you. And our Justice Nana says we should also add a copy of his book, Can I have the book and read out the title, please? Thank you. Thank you. His book, Contemporary Trends in the Law of Immovable Property in Ghana. The next is the prized Alumnus Award. Ladies and gentlemen, this prize honors an Accra Metropolitan graduate who has shown outstanding achievement, societal impact, and upholds the university's values. This awardee inspires students and reflects the university's influence. The prize goes to no other than our own very revered Archbishop Charles Ajin Asari, who is a 2024 MBA Human Resource Management graduate of Lawa University College. He graduated and went straight ahead to start pursuing his PhD in business leadership in Malta. As already said, he is the Chancellor of Perez University College and the founder of Perez Chapel International. Archbishop Adinasari, shall I once again invite the founder to do us the honors. He also receives a citation, a shield, a very special shield, representing the university's colors of blue and gold, integrity and wisdom, and a copy of the Justice book, Contemporary Trends in the Law of Immovable Properties in Ghana. Your exemplar unity. To do this award, I like to call on the chairman of council to present Mr. Adames Award. And for his award, he has a plaque and a cash check of 5,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you. The next award is the Loyal Service Award, and this is presented to Mr. Lawrence Alanti. Mr. Alanti, in recognition of your long-standing and loyal service to Accra Metropolitan University, your enduring commitment, institutional memory, and invaluable contributions, you have shaped the foundations and growth of the university. Your years of dedicated service stands as a testament to perseverance, professionalism, and purpose. For this, we present to you a citation and a full scholarship for your PhD. Thank you. We like to call on the co-chairman to do us the honors. The co-chairman, please. Finally, in this category, but not the least, we have the Excellence in Teaching Award. And when we went round and round and did the service over and over again, one name stood out so strongly, and that is Mr. Maxwell Tata. Mr. Carter, in recognition of your outstanding dedication to teaching, commitment to student success and student support, and excellence in academic delivery, your passion for knowledge, innovation in andragogy, and impact in the classroom have elevated the standards of learning at Accra Metropolitan University, and you inspire a generation of thinkers and leaders. To do us the honors, I'd like to invite our prized alumnus, Archbishop Ajin Asari. And for your award, you have a citation and a full scholarship for your PhD. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Chairman, sir, we have now gotten to a climax of today's ceremony. It is time for our conferral of the honorary doctorate degrees to our honorees. And I like to start with a citation of IGP Christian Tete Yohuno, a dedicated public servant, a visionary police leader, a guardian of national peace, security, and law enforcement. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, as already said, today we gather not only to celebrate academic excellence, but to honor a man whose life and work have safeguarded the very foundation on which free societies thrive, which are law, order, and justice. IGP Mr. Christian Tete Yohuno, a son of the Dangbe soil of Ghana, in fact, a son of the Nungwa soil, has served for about 4 decades our nation with uncommon distinction, humility, remarkable integrity for about 4 decades. He joined the Ghana Police Service in 1985 as a recruit. In 1986, he passed out from the police training school, Winneba Depot, where he was adjudged best recruit. Rising through the ranks of the Ghana Police Service, he held key positions, including Accra Regional Commander, Director General of Operations, Director General of Special Duties, founding Director General of the Police Intelligence Directorate, Director General of the Motor Traffic and Transport Department from 2015 to 2018, Director General Administration, and Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations. In 2011, as an Assistant Commissioner of Police, IGP Yohuno was awarded the Grand Medal, which is a state honor, for his role in combating armed robbery. In 2012, he was promoted to the rank of Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCOP. He became Commissioner of Police, COP, in 2016. In July of 2024, he was appointed Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations. And in March of 2025, he was appointed the Inspector General of Police, a role he has embraced with courage, clarity, and vision. Internationally, he has participated in the United Nations peacekeeping missions in Bosnia, Herzegovina, and East Timor. He developed intelligence frameworks and resolved high-profile cases as Director General of the Police Intelligence Directorate. He received multiple service medals, countless, for excellence in law enforcement. As an alumnus of the West African Secondary School and Okriapiman Secondary School, Akropom Ekriapim, the Institute of Professional Studies, now UPSA, and the University of Ghana with an executive master's from the University of Ghana Business School, IGP, Mr. Christian Tete Yohuno, brings intellectual depth to the practice of law enforcement and demonstrates that public service, when married with wisdom, can change and save lives and transform nations. He has not only protected the Republic, but he has also dignified the badge, inspired a new generation of officers, and exemplified ethical leadership, the rule of law, and national duty. Mr. Chairman, our respected founder, in recognition of his outstanding leadership in public security, his tireless service to the nation, and his deep commitment to the principles of justice and democratic governance, the Governing Council of Accra Metropolitan University, upon the recommendation of the Joint Council and Academic Board Committee, is honored to present IGP Christian Tete Yohuno for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohuno. It is a joy to have your presence and also your acknowledgement. May you kindly step forward and please face the congregation. Your distinguished 40 years career within the Ghana Police Service and your exemplifying unwavering dedication to public service and upholding the rule of law, your life of meritorious contributions ranging from your roles as Director General of Motor Traffic and Transport Department and Deputy IGP for Operations to your current leadership as the nation's Inspector General of Police. Therefore, in witness whereof, and by the authority invested in Accra Metropolitan University to award degrees, including honorary degrees, we hereby confer upon you the Honorary Doctor of Laws, LLD, honoris causa, with all rights, with all honors, and privileges thereto appertaining. Given this day, 19th of July, 2025, here at the campus of Accra Metropolitan University, Adugono, Nungwa, Accra.
Your Honor, the founder of this great institution, Professor Joshua Alabi, who was my lecturer at IPS, now UPSA, Mr. Chairman, permit me to stand on the already established protocols. Sir. Thank you. It is with deep humility and profound honor that I stand before you today to deliver this lecture. Upon being conferred the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, by this noble institution, as distinguished recognition that acknowledges the values, sacrifices, and service of the entire Ghana Police Service. This moment carries profound meaning. It affirms the idea that varied reward comes not from what we seek for ourselves, but from what we commit to selflessly with integrity and purpose. I've always believed that whatever one is called to do in this world must be done with excellence and dedication, and without thought of reward, for it is in giving our best that we find the true fulfillment. Today, my work in law enforcement and public service has been recognized with such distinguished honors. I accept this honor not as a personal accolade alone, but on behalf of every gallant officer of the Ghana Police Service who, day and night, in times of crisis and calm, put the safety and the security of the nation above all else. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to speak on the theme, the evolving role of the Ghana Police Service in a modern democratic society, which addresses the transformation of the Ghana Police Service and its role in our modern democratic society. The Ghana Police Service, whose proud legacy I represent here today, like many of our institutions, was inherited from colonial rule and developed into a national institution dedicated to serving the security and the justice needs of the Ghanaian people. To understand where we stand today, permit me to briefly revisit history and provide some context for my remarks. The late 19th century, the Ghana Police Service was established under colonial rule. In 1894, the Gold Coast Constabulary was created primarily to serve British interests, maintain order, and protect colonial administrators. During this period, accountability to the local population was limited, and the force's legitimacy in the eyes of ordinary Ghanaians was at best questionable. The transition to independence in March 1957 brought a new name, the Ghana Police Force, along with a mandate to serve a sovereign nation. However, political turbulence, culminating in the 1966 military coup, began to strain the neutrality of the force. Under successive military regimes, the police were too often co-opted to suppress disagreements, enforce curfews, and silence political opposition, thereby eroding public trust and undermining the fundamental principle that the police exists to protect citizens rather than regimes. It is safe to state that regime security at the time was prioritized over human security. The dawn of the Fourth Republic in 1992 marked a significant turning point. The new constitution enshrined fundamental human rights and the need for an apolitical police service. Civilian oversight mechanisms were strengthened. The Police Council, chaired by the President or his representative, was tasked with setting broad policy, while Parliament gained the power to scrutinize police budgets and key appointments. Early in the 1990s, Ghana began investing in the professionalization of the police. The establishment of the Police Command and Staff College at Winneba and the Police Public Training School in Palogo introduced systematic leadership training and human rights models as part of the basic curriculum for all recruits. These reforms, including the change of the name from police force to police service, laid the groundwork for a service that will over time see itself less as a coercive arm of government and more as a guardian of citizen safety and constitutional order. In today's Ghana, policing is far more than patrols and arrests. We are responding to an increasingly complex security environment, from cybercrime to human trafficking, from terrorism to domestic violence, from environmental destruction to internet fraud. This is the issue where the guest speaker, he was trekking through some ordeal. I also suffered same. At the first time, the person claimed that he was the Commissioner Yohuno, a young boy of 17 years, and so was taking money from people for recruitment. There was a time we went to Parliament, State of the Nation address. So he was communicating to his people that he was so busy that he was at the State of the Nation's address. And he kept on taking money from people. It got to a stage we have to trace. We traced this guy to about 120 kilometers away from Accra in a small town, and the day he was at the internet cafe, he was still working on recruitment. We got him arrested. At another stage, somebody called me with a nice voice, like he treated the guest speaker, greeted me nicely, the nice voice, and gave me some code that I should dial the code. Then I knew that if I dial the code, one way or the other, he will be able to get to know my password. And that means that all the money I have in my Mumba account will be transferred. So I asked him, my brother, where are you? And what work do you do? Are you sure you are genuine? I know where you are. And he sort of passed here. After that, then he switched off the line. I have to track and find out where he lives. We got to know that he was at Isawan prison. There was another time a prominent man was being threatened that if he doesn't pay an amount of 100,000 to an account, they have given him 3 days, they will kill him. So the man was panting and he rushed to me in my house. I collected the number. When we checked, I told him that, look, this number, it will be in the prisons, so wait and see. So when we checked the location, it was at Isawam. So that is the complex nature of the way these people can behave. There are a lot of things they do in the prison over there. And sometimes they have a machine that will roll, be blowing siren, quick, then they said, your so-and-so person has been arrested and sent to the police station. So you have to send money so that we get him released from custody. The siren that they are blowing is something that they prepare, and then they use it and put it at the background as they call you. So anytime you are confronted with some of these situations, quickly get in touch with the police so that we can trace the whereabouts. First thing, let's find out where the person lives. So all these people I've mentioned, we arrested them, re-arrested them. You can imagine somebody who is in prison and is being re-arrested. And the question is that some of them are facing 50, 70, 80 years imprisonment. So what punishment again can you give them? What punishment again can you give them? So, guest speaker, we are also in the same soup, Yes. In the years that followed, successive police administrations worked to strengthen and expand our capabilities and become more responsive to the current realities. Institutional capacity reforms include establishing specialized units such as the cybercrime unit, the one we talk about, anti-human traffic unit, counter-terrorism unit, marine police unit, domestic violence and victim support unit, the special weapons and tactics, that is a SWAT unit, among others. These units were created to tackle emerging threats and offer targeted expertise of national and international importance. Internal disciplinary procedures were also reformed with the creation of dedicated internal affairs units and disciplinary boards to investigate allegations of misconduct, corruption, or excessive use of force. These changes reflect a willingness to confront abuse within the ranks and hold officers accountable to both the law and the public. To reinforce these reforms, the Ghana Police Service Act 1970, Act 350, as amended, clearly defines the duties and powers of officers, obliging them to preserve law and order and to protect lives and property. Periodic policy white papers commissioned by the Police Council have updated recruitment standards, promotion criteria, and operational protocols intended to reduce politicization and enhance meritocracy. In the year 2010, the introduction of national police standards provided concrete performance benchmarks covering professionalism, responsiveness, and respect of human rights, and mandated annual audits by the Ministry of the Interior to ensure compliance. It is significant to know that law and policy alone cannot forge public trust. Recognize this. The Ghana Police Service has embraced community policing as a cornerstone of its democratic mission. Since 2003, community policing forums have been established nationwide, bringing together local chiefs, faith leaders, youth representatives, and police officers to discuss shared security concerns. These community engagements were held regularly to identify crime hotspots, plan joint patrols, and collaborate on crime prevention initiatives. In the Ashanti region, for example, CPF-led patrols accounted for a 27% reduction in residential burglaries over a year. Along the coast of Greater Accra, beachfront neighborhoods now work directly with the marine police to curb illegal fishing and protect residents' property. By involving citizens in setting priorities and designing solutions, the police service has moved from a model of top-down enforcement to one of partnership and mutual accountability, from reactive policing to proactive policing. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, alongside its community engagement efforts, the service has invested significantly in technological modernization. In 2018, the rollout of the District Police Information Management System, digitalized crime reporting, incident mapping, and case tracking, providing commanders with the real-time visibility into emerging patterns and enabling the flexible deployment of resources to new hotspots. Mobile data terminals and upgraded radio networks now allow officers in the field to receive dispatch orders instantly and to transmit critical information without delay. In Accra and Kumasi, the expansion of the forensic laboratories has reduced the backlog in forensic analysis by 40%, strengthening the evidentiary basis for prosecutions. Additionally, the service's social media presence on Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp groups, and the establishment of the GH Police TV have improved crisis communication, whether issuing traffic advisories, coordinating disaster responses during floods, or countering misinformation during elections. Technology has thus become a force multiplier, increasing both the reach and the responsiveness of policing. Let me add that in the heart of all these changes lies a renewed commitment to human rights, accountability, and transparency. Every recruit now studies the human rights provisions outlined in the 1992 Constitution. The National Use of Police Force, the National Use of Force Policy, and the UN Code of Conduct for Law Enforcement Officials. Annual refresher courses are organized to reinforce de-escalation techniques and respect for dignity. At the same time, internal affairs investigations and the independent complaints mechanisms at the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice offer dual-track accountability. The service also publishes quarterly police performance dashboards online, detailing crime statistics, conviction rates, and disciplinary action taken, which parliamentary oversight committees review. With the laying of our performance bare to public and legislative scrutiny, the service demonstrates that the professionalism and respect for the rule of law are not optional but fundamental. Ladies and gentlemen, in my considered view, the litmus test for neutrality and impartiality of a democratic police service is an election. Under its mandate to support the Electoral Commission, the Ghana Police Service has honed election security protocols over the past 3 cycles. In both 2016, 2020, and 2024 election security task forces were deployed to every region, coordinating closely with political stakeholders to diffuse tensions before, during, and after elections. The deployment of CCTV systems in key police station centers, rapid response teams on standby, and the redeployment of pre-deployment liaisons between police commanders and party agents help in curbing isolated disturbances, contributing to a historically relatively low incidence of election-related unrest. These successes underline the importance of impartiality, rigorous planning, and respect for citizens' rights to assemble and vote without fear. Yet, the journey is far from complete. While we acknowledge the progress made, it is essential to admit that challenges persist. The police service does not, under any circumstances, support acts of electoral violence. Any individual or group that attempts to undermine the democratic process by taking the law into their own hands will be dealt with decisively in accordance with the law. Similarly, concerning the recent violence that erupted during the Abdulkumanov re-election, the police investigation is ongoing, and we are actively reviewing all available footage and other evidence to identify those responsible. We are determined to ensure that justice is served. We will continue to act with professionalism and impartiality to safeguard the voting public and protect the integrity of our electoral system, thereby supporting a peaceful, free, and fair democratic process. Ladies and gentlemen, having said that, we can also acknowledge that rapid urbanization has given rise to new crime dynamics in recent times. Sophisticated cyber fraud syndicates, one-chance armed robberies targeting unsuspecting victims, and organized motorcycle gangs that exploit gridlock to evade capture. At the same time, resource constraints limit the service's ability to extend forensic labs and modern equipment to every district. Public-private partnership with telecommunication firms sponsoring mobile terminals in rural stations, for instance, present an effective model for utilizing external expertise and funding. Equally important is the need to prevent the politicization of our recruitment and promotion processes, which must be strictly based on merit and integrity. Additionally, enhancing officers' welfare through improved housing, healthcare, and educational support is essential to combat corruption and boost morale. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, looking ahead, the vision for the Ghana Police Service is to become a smart, citizen-focused institution. Plans are in progress for a national real-time crime center by 2025, which will integrate CCTV feeds, emergency call logs, and all-powered analytics to forecast and prevent crime. A mobile app will enable citizens to report incidents, monitor case progress, and receive timely, safe alerts. Human rights impact assessments will be standard before large-scale operations to ensure policing strategies respect community rights and minimize unintended harm. Collaboration with universities and law schools will encourage research into the changing dynamics of police-public interactions, creating an evidence base for ongoing reform. Regionally, strengthening ties with ECOWAS, Interpol, and other international organizations will improve our ability to address transnational threats from trafficking and narcotics to terrorism financing. Likewise, by hosting biennial West African policing conferences, Ghana can share best practices and assist in harmonizing protocols across borders. At the heart of all these efforts, however, are our officers, the brave men and women who wear the uniform and carry the burden of public safety with dignity and honor. These officers stand as guardians of peace. Many do so under difficult conditions, often at significant personal cost. Some have made the ultimate sacrifice in line of duty. I pay tribute to them today and to their families, who also serve this nation in silence and in sacrifice. This honor belongs to all of them. I dedicate it to every officer who has stood a post through the night, responded to a distress call, mediated a conflict, or walked into danger so others may live in peace. It is their selfless service that keeps Ghana secure and allows our democracy to flourish. But even as we honor the past and the present, we must look to the future. We must continue to deepen collaboration between law enforcement, the legal community, academia, and the civil society. We must foster trust between the police and the people, because of the effectiveness of any police service depends not only on its strength, but on the confidence it inspires. Let this honor be a call to rededicate ourselves to those values of fairness, justice, and service that uphold the law not as an instrument of fear, but as a guardian of freedom and dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I wish to thank His Excellency the President of the Republic and the Honorable Minister for the Interior for their ongoing support to the Ghana Police Service. I thank my colleagues in the Police Management Board and the entire law enforcement fraternity whose tireless efforts and sacrifices sustain the operational strength and moral compass of our institution. To my family, whose love and quiet strength have steadied me through many trials, I offer my heartfelt thanks. This degree is as much yours as it is mine. To the Governing Council and the academic leadership of this esteemed institution, thank you for recognizing the importance of law enforcement within the broader framework of justice and national development. To my colleagues in uniform, let this serve as a reminder of why we serve. To the youth of Ghana, I say, hold steadfast to discipline, integrity, and purpose. Choose service over self-interest, and let your contributions help shape the Ghana we all aspire to. May God bless this university. May God bless the Ghana Police Service, and may God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, IGP Christian Tete Yehuno, Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. A distinguished engineer, a visionary leader, trailblazer in telecommunications and a champion of women in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. Engineer Patricia Obonai stands as a sterling example of leadership, resilience, and innovation in Ghana and beyond. An accomplished electrical and electronics engineer with over 2 decades of exemplary service in the telecommunications industry. She has not only broken ceilings as a pioneering force, but has set new standards. As the first Ghanaian woman to lead Vodafone Ghana, now Telecel Ghana, her transformative leadership has driven sustained commercial growth, advanced digital innovation, and shaped a people-centered culture in a highly competitive sector. Engineer Obonai was the first woman to have served as technology director in the telecommunications industry in Ghana and remains the only woman to have served in this capacity in 2 telecom companies, namely Millicom Ghana Limited Tigo and Telecel Ghana for close to a decade. She was a leading figure in Ghana's transformation from analog to digital and continues to drive the digital transformation for the economy. She is a proud alumnus of St. Rose's Secondary School, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, 2 on a row, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, and the University of Ghana Business School, with further executive education from prestigious global institutions, including INSEAD, Kellogg School of Management, and the London School of Business. She exemplifies academic excellence and lifelong learning. Beyond her corporate achievements, she is an ardent advocate for youth and women in STEM and has touched lives through mentorship, scholarships, national and international advocacy. Her passion led to the setting up of the Female Engineering Student Sponsorship Program, FERBS, which has opened doors for dozens of young women to thrive in engineering careers. And I guess it is based in the KNUST. Is that correct? All universities. Thank you. She has served on several local and international boards, including the Global Young Academy Advisory Board in Germany, Absa Bank Ghana, and the KNUST Engineering Education Project. She is currently chairperson of the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications. Her impact has been recognized through over 20 personal awards, including CEO of the Year multiple times, Outstanding Woman in Telecommunications, and STEM Leadership Awards. In recognition of her exceptional achievements, transformative leadership, and enduring contributions to national development and technological advancement, the Council and Academic Board of Accra Metropolitan University hereby present Engineer Patricia Obonai for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Chairman, sir, I invite you for the conferral.
Engineer Patricia Obonai, you have demonstrated that knowledge, innovation, and intelligence is not a prisoner of gender. You are also inspiration to multitude and many women across this country and around the world. Will you please step forward and face the congregation? Your distinguished service in the telecommunication industry, your visionary leadership and advocacy for women and youth in STEM, your trailblazing leadership as the first Ghanaian woman CEO of Vodafone Ghana, now Telecel Ghana, transforming the telecom landscape with strategic clarity and people-focused innovation. Therefore, in witness whereof, and by the authority invested in Accra Metropolitan University to award degrees, including honorary degrees, we confer upon you this honorary degree, Doctor of Science, DSc, honoris causa, together with all rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereto appertaining, given this 19th day of July 2025 at Accra Metropolitan University, Adugono in Nungwa, Accra.
The founder, the chairperson, all dignitaries present, the Inspector General of Police, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I spent my formative years in an all-female house. My mother, my grandmother, my 3 sisters, and 2 female dogs. We had to take up all responsibilities, my favorite being replacing light bulbs, burnt fluorescent tubes, and fridge plugs. Opting for physics, chemistry, mathematics, and statistics, which was then optional, was my safe place during my A-level because the arts were just not friendly to me. My then internships at Dumakwai Construction Company, and also with a radio mechanic in Latabiokoshi, where I learned about transistors, capacitors, and inductors, and later became an intern at Tigo, were all building blocks to the journey that only God could have shaped so beautifully, and what we witness today is the journey that we all celebrate today, and I am very, very grateful to God. Accra Metropolitan University, you have honored me, not just in the presence of family, friends, and people who mean everything to me, but you have provided me a platform for the world to see what is possible. I accept this with immense pride, with humility, and a great sense of responsibility. I am deeply humbled to have been chosen together with the IGP, a man I respect so much. Congratulations, sir. I thank the leadership of this university sincerely for this honor and for seeing in my journey the values you uphold: leadership, innovation, flexibility, and entrepreneurship. This is a full circle moment I will cherish forever. This honor is not mine alone. I share this with my husband, my children, my dear sisters, my loving in-laws, my colleagues and executive team from Telecel, who have given me no peace since this announcement went out. My family at church, and everyone who has supported my journey. Let me acknowledge the presence of Dr. Ernesto Sapong, the Global President of Odadias, who is here to support me. Dr. Sapong, thank you. This is to every young woman who is pushing beyond the real and imaginary boundaries that society presents to women daily, and to women who are lighting the path for others to follow. And I acknowledge the presence of the Executive Women's Network, who are also here to support me. This award belongs to two mothers in my life today. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Matilda Obonai, who is here with me, and Reverend Veronica Latte, and I know they understand why I'm doing this. Succeeding as a woman, an engineer, a black one as that, a business leader, a mother of 3 boys, a wife, and a church elder requires the support of a troop, and this is why my appreciation is endless. So, as I reflect on this honor, I feel a deep sense of responsibility to open doors for many young women. As Michelle Obama once said, and I quote, "When you have worked hard and done well and walked through that doorway of opportunity, you don't slam it and shut it behind you. You reach back and you give other folks the same chances that helped you to succeed," unquote. We need more women in STEM for their brilliance, perspective, and progress. We cannot transform Ghana into a developed state if half of the population feel left behind. Innovation without inclusion is incomplete. So let us make space at the table as a necessity. And I'd like to congratulate this university for the female vice-chancellor that you have. It's really commendable. Let us equip every girl with the confidence to question, to create new solutions, and to lead. Our future as a country depends on this. And now to the 2025 graduating class of Accra Metropolitan University. Congratulations. Your education year has equipped you. However, your purpose will define you. Be the kind of person whose positive presence is felt long after you have left the room. Always remember, it is not about what you achieve alone, but what you empower others to do. Leadership is the courage to build bridges when others build walls. Thank you, Professor Labi. Thank you, Accra Metropolitan University. God bless us all.
Congratulations. Once again, Engineer Patricia Obonai, Doctor of Science, HC. So when you write, that is my opinion, Doctor of what you awarded, honoris causa, HC, means for the sake of honor. So in my opinion, that should always accompany it, HC. At the end. We have now come to the turn of academic awards and prizes. And to start, I'd like to invite Nana Berima Yao Kodie Opong to present his books to IGP Christian Tete Yohuno, Doctor of Laws, HC. Maybe you want to do it. He wants to do it there. Yes. Nana, we want to have you back, please. Nana is also presenting one of the books to Engineer Patricia Obonai, DSC, AC. Chair, permit me to acknowledge a very good friend of mine. I didn't realize that he's here, and that is Dr. H.C. Ernest Ofori Sapon. Welcome. We have 3 special academic prizes to give out. The first is Professor Eliphas T. Bisanda Award. And this award is presented to Miss Deborah Ama-Ata Chawe, Best Student Entrepreneur, presented in recognition of your outstanding creativity, entrepreneurial drive, and innovative spirit that inspired peers and elevated students. Congratulations. To do us the honors, I'd like to call on Dr. Waku, our Director of Finance, the Chair of Finance Committee, to do us that honors. Thank you. Congratulations. The next award is the Dr. Solomon Bonney Award, and it is in honor of that passionate individual who was our dean, founding dean in this university. The award is presented to Mr. Opoku Bernard Adu, Inspirational Student Leader Award, awarded for his exceptional leadership and unwavering commitment, inspirational influences that empowered others to advance students' welfare. I humbly call upon the Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission to do us this honors. Professor Ahmed Chinafo. And then, finally, the creme de la creme of the awards, the Founders Award to a graduate. And it is presented to Miss Sophia Salali Koshiga, our best graduating student. And Sophia has a very moving story to tell us when it gets to the valedictory speech. Sophia graduates as the overall best student, and we honor you for your conduct, your perseverance, your academic leadership excellence, and your spirit of lifelong learning. She is a true embodiment of the values and ideals of our university. We say, empowering minds, shaping futures. Indeed, we are proud of you. I'd like to invite the founder to do us the honor of presenting the award. Patricia's award comes with a citation. It comes with a tablet from the founder, and it comes with a full scholarship to our incoming law program. And the reason is she is a mother of 3. She was a single mother that was fished out through a scholarship scheme between the Nadede Foundation, the TV3, Ghana's Most Beautiful 2020, which was in collaboration with the university. At the time, she was a single mother of 3, and she sold fried yams by the Kaswa wayside. During the interview for the selection, we asked her what her future aspirations were. She graduated from SHS in 2008, and this was in 2020. And she said to us, she wishes to become a lawyer one day. And I said to her that day that I will do what I can to make you a lawyer. In honor of that promise, we offer you that full scholarship into our law program. And this book by Nana should always remind you of that. Thank you.
Congratulations. Mr. Chairman, I have the pleasure to present to you for the conferment of degrees to the deserving students. And I would like to present the student in this order to you. First of all, for a handshake and a photograph. In this order, shall we have Mr. Alantin Lawrence Ashi, MBA Human Resource Management, to please step forward. The medals are here. Please. Let's invite the registrar. Okay, go ahead. Okay. So you stand here, right here, for the decoration. We would alter this just a little and present the medals to them as well. So the medals will not be presented after. We will do all of that right away. Thank you very much. Okay. I understand there's special chocolate for all graduates. Medals, specially designed in the colors of the university. A faculty member, Miss Naomi Alabi, will help me do the chocolate for the student. Dr. Mukaila would decorate the student, and then they would then come for a handshake. All right. Okay. Good. Okay.
Thank you very much. At this juncture, the procedure that the university has been used to following the procedure in Ghana is to get a handshake, and when they sit down, the chancellor or chairman confers on them. we have been informed by the GTEC to alter this order a little bit just now. And that is why we are doing this. So pardon us for this little bit of... So we are going to mention the names, and when we have finished with that, the Dean should just mention the names of each one of them. You stand, and the Chancellor will confer the degree upon you before you step forward for acknowledgement. Thank you very much. So Dean presents the names. Invite.
Thank you very much, my revered Acting Vice Chancellor, for that intervention. Alanti Lawrence Ashe, MBA Human Resource Management category. Nomo Cecilia Teiko, Zafianu Zelia, Shamo Roslyn, Ajin Asare Charles. Bishop Ajin Asare. MBA Finance and Accounting, Ama Caleb Ashite. Bekai Nicholas Yawansa. Lai Ruby Kai. Opoku Bernard Ado. Meluba Gwen. Procurement and Supply Chain Management, Agbota Fortress Etonam. Kadir Labidi, Zakaria Zuburu, Pai Leon Benin, MSc Development Economics, Aite Roland Tay, undergraduate programs. Sophia Salasi Kwashiga, Cordelia Na Samson, Marian Nana Ajoa Ashon, Ivy Kwe, Theodora Awaga, Diana Kwenedu, Stephen Amos, Franklina Eshon, Josephine Goka, Teresa Fafali Sosu, Mohamed Swalusu. Banking and Finance, Banking, BBA Finance and Accounting category, Batiu Lewis Ngwemba, Bangali Konde, Kenneth Kwame Dubo, Tina Hogan Boyson, Luzon Amate Norte, Franklin Omani Boateng, David Kwabena Asanti Boabi, Jonathan Apam, Deborah Ama Ata Chawe, Virginia Salome Orobi. Please remain standing. Chairman, sir, may I invite you to confer on these graduates the degrees for which they have studied their programs in Accra Metropolitan University. Thank you, sir.
By the authority invested in me as the chairman of Accra Metropolitan University, and upon the recommendation of the academic board, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been duly examined, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Please put on your caps, which you have. Place the tassel to the left, and let's give them a hand of applause.
And please, you may be seated.
Thank you very much, Director General. It's good you are in our midst. And thank you, Council Chair. We will now invite you in the 10th Master of Business Administration, Human Resource Option, Alanti Lawrence Ashi. Pose for the cameras. Nomos Cecilia Teko. Zafiano Zelia, get ready. Okay, now pose for the cameras. Thank you. Shamo Rosalind. After which we would have the Archbishop. Thank you. Archbishop, sir. MBA Finance and Accounting, Amma Caleb Ashite. Bekwe Nicholas Yao Ansan. Opoku Bernard Ado. Ruby Lai Kai. Bekoli Moluba Gwen. Pose for the cameras. Agbota Fortress, Ehonam. Kadir Lamidi. Zachary Zuburu. Zachary Zuburu. Pai Leon Bernier. MSc Development Economics. Aite Roland Tay. Aite Roland Tay. Undergraduate BBA Human Resource Management, Sophia Selassie Kwashiga. First class honors, Sophia Selassie Kwashiga. Please, a hand of applause for her. First class honors, Cordelia Na Yatekai Samson, Human Resource Management. Second class upper, Marian Nana Adjoa Ashon. Ivy Kwao. Second class lower division, we have Theodora Awoga. Dinah Kwenedu, Stephen Akini Amos, Franklin Eshen, Franklin Eshen. Josephine Goka. Teresa Fafali Sosu. Mohammed Swalisu. Banking and Finance Accounting, second class upper division, we have Matthew Louis Ngwamba. Bandgali Konde, Kenneth Kwame, Eche Dubo. Bachelor of Business Administration, International Business Management. Second class, Upper Louise Odamite Norte. Loisen, okay. Loisen. Franklin Omani Boateng. Franklin Omani Boateng. David Kwabena Asante Boabeng. Bachelor of Business Administration, Marketing Management. First class honors, Jonathan Apam. Deborah Amma Atachawe. Virginia Salami Orobi. Virginia Salami Orobi. Once again, thank you very much and congratulations.
We shall now invite the valedictorian address.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, may I stand on the established protocol? 4 years ago, I was in Wonderland, a place that attempted to break me. It was a place where I was discouraged from any form of self-improvement, including education. Thankfully, my journey to this university freed me. In early 2021, a friend sent me a flyer about a scholarship opportunity here at Lawe, now Accra Metropolitan University, a collaborative initiative between Lawe and the 2020 TV3 Ghana's Most Beautiful Queen Nadede Botre's project. I initially ignored it. I feared applying would only cause more conflict for me. But months later, I saw it again, and something shifted. I saw it as a golden opportunity, and I saw it as something that I'd always wanted. That realization brought me here today. Prior to that, I sold fried yams at the roadside at Kaswa, and I was also a school teacher. I had 3 children and had completed SHS in 2008 at Keta Secondary School. Yes, I'm a proud Julalian. Yes, 12 years in Wonderland, and today I say, Ebenezer, thus far the Lord has brought me. When I was informed I would deliver this speech today, I paused to reflect and thought, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, if I had not thrown all my fears away, if I had not persevered, I would not have been here today. The story would have been different. I'm deeply humbled to represent the class of 2024 as we celebrate the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Congratulations to us all for making it this far. Congratulations to us all for completing our journey at Accra Metropolitan University. Life teaches many lessons, and the greatest is learning to learn. This stage has given us not just knowledge, but a love for learning. To our dedicated and esteemed lecturers, thank you for your commitment and guidance. The journey was not easy. The late night study sessions, the group project, the looming deadlines, the exams, the moments of doubt, all tested us. But through perseverance, collaboration, and an unyielding belief in our potential, we stand here today as living testament to the power of resilience and determination. Perspective shapes life. Belief fuels success and growth. Remove fear, it blocks dreams. Never let others stop you. Success should be measured by how we uplift others. I kindly ask you all to help me say thank you to Accra Met and to the Queen Nadede Botre for their success, because they have helped me and they have lifted others up. Congratulations to us once again, class of 2024. And always remember, victory comes from God, His blessings upon our efforts. Thank you once again, and God bless us all.
Congratulations. Chairman, sir, I have the pleasure to invite the prize alumni to deliver his address and to administer the alumni oath to our newly graduates. The prize alumni is in the person of Archbishop Charles Ajin Asare, Chancellor of Perez University.
Council Chair, let me stand on the protocols already established. I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit of reflection, grateful to be named a prized alumnus of this distinguished institution, Accra Metropolitan University, and reflective of a journey that has been both rigorous and rewarding. As the Archbishop of Perez Chapel International, prelate of the 14,000-seater Perez Dome, honorary chancellor of Perez University College, and a global evangelist whose work spans over 96 nations, I knew that if I were to embark on an academic journey, especially one as demanding as an MBA in human resource management, I would need more than just a conventional university. I needed a dynamic, responsive, and forward-thinking institution that understood that leadership today is not confined to a classroom or a clock. I needed a university that would move with me across time zones, and I found that in Accra Metropolitan University. I must place on record my profound gratitude to the Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Goski Alabi, whose visionary leadership, scholarly guidance, and ethical supervision made it possible for someone like me, whose schedule is packed with pastoring a megachurch, crusades, conferences, and consultations across the globe, to succeed academically. Professor Goski was not only a leader, but a relentless academic mentor. I still remember how she would carefully review my short essays, thesis drafts, highlighting the areas that needed sharpening and insisting, Archbishop, you can do better than this. She would query sections and have me rewrite them again and again until their work rose to the level of excellence that this university is known for. Her firm but gracious supervision turned my project from a good paper into a scholarly work that I am proud of today. Madam Vice Chancellor and faculty, thank you for refusing to let me settle for less than my best. From day one, the university made it possible for me to be present in person whenever I was in town and online with structured live 4 or more hour sessions at a time, at least once a week, from anywhere in the world. Whether I was in Amsterdam, Port Harcourt, or Miami, I remained connected, challenged, and transformed. It stretched me, yes, but it also shaped me, and that I believe is the mark of a truly global institution. This MBA program has done more than add knowledge to my theological and ministerial background. It has bridged the sacred and the strategic, allowing me to not only lead spiritually, but to understand better organizational behavior, human capital development, and ethical leadership from an academic lens. The discipline, structure, and academic rigor instilled in me during my MBA in human resource management at the Accra Metropolitan University have significantly shaped my ongoing PhD journey as a candidate at the Graduate School of Business in the Transcontinental University, Malta. The critical thinking, time management, and research foundation I acquired here have been instrumental in navigating the complexities of current doctoral level study. In many ways, this institution is not just awarding me a degree, it has cultivated a mindset of academic excellence, perseverance, and scholarly inquiry that continues to guide me. To my fellow graduates, I want to say this. Today, we are not just receiving certificates, we are receiving mandates. Leadership in the 21st century demands more than charisma. It requires clarity of vision, emotional intelligence, strategic agility, and ethical responsibility. These are the treasures we are walking away with today. We are stepping into a world that is volatile and complex, but we are equipped to provide direction. We are entering organizations that need transformation, and we are the catalysts. We are returning to communities that need hope, structure, and vision, and we are the vessels. The leadership insights we've gained here, from managing human resources to understanding institutional systems, will be tools with which we build businesses, reform churches, transform communities, and contribute to nation building. So as we rise from this convocation, let us go with courage. Let us lead with humility. Let us serve with excellence. And let us remember that the world is not waiting for more spectators, but for men and women who are prepared to lead with wisdom, compassion, and conviction. To the leadership, faculty, and staff of Accra Metropolitan University, thank you for creating a space where learning meets life and purpose meets preparation. And to all present, thank you for being part of this momentous day. May God bless Accra Metropolitan University, and may He bless each of us to lead with integrity wherever we go. Thank you. Can I please ask the graduating classes of both the master's program and the bachelor's program to all stand? And will you please repeat after me? As a proud graduate of Accra Metropolitan University, I pledge to uphold its values of integrity, innovation, and service. I commit to be an ambassador of excellence, to contribute to my community and nation with purpose, to support the growth of my alma mater, and to live a life that reflects the knowledge, character, and leadership instilled in me. So help me, God. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we present this class of 2024, both in the master's program and the bachelor's program, to you. And Lord, as alumni of this great institution, we ask for the ability to excel wherever we find ourselves, and to help uplift this institution, and to be worthy ambassadors. In Jesus' name, amen. God bless you.
Chairman, sir, I have the pleasure to invite our revered founder, one who had paid the price to lay the foundation for which we are all beneficiaries today. I invite to the podium, and for us to receive the founder's blessing, Professor Joshua Alabi.
How do you scroll it here? I've been given 2 minutes. This is also. Okay. All protocol observed. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, proud parents, graduating students, it is with immense joy and deep humility that I welcome you all to this historic and momentous occasion in the life of Accra Metropolitan University, formerly Lawe Open University. Today, we gather to celebrate not only the academic achievements of our graduating students, but also the realization of a vision, a dream that began years ago to establish a university that opens doors of opportunity for future leaders and change makers across Ghana and the African continent. The university was born at a time when online and open universities were not widely accepted or understood in our country. As trailblazers in this space, we face numerous challenges. As far back as 2010, some of us recognized that the world was rapidly going digital. And there was the urgent need for an open universities to complement the work of traditional bricks and mortar university. However, the regulatory framework to govern such a model in Ghana was not clearly defined at that time. So we are ahead of the regulators. That posed one of our biggest challenges. Thankfully today, we are seeing great progress under the current leadership of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC. I would like to extend our profound appreciation to the current Director General of GTEC and his team for their visionary support and commitment, which are helping institutions like ours find our rightful place in Ghana's higher education landscape. To our graduating students, your journey has been marked by hard work, resilience, and perseverance. You have overcome challenges and earned your place in history. As you take the next step in life, I urge you to carry with you the values of discipline, innovation, and a strong sense of responsibility to your communities and country. In this life, I must say that when you see an advert for employment, let's say for accounting, if you don't take care, you have about 1,000 people applying for that job. And out of that 1,000, maybe 25% might fit the purpose. And 25% of 1,000, it's about 250, but they need one. What takes you there now in this world is not only about your certificates and qualifications. It's more about your social capital. So as you move among yourselves, you should develop that social capital. So in future, with a phone call, you can call a colleague for help. Where you are all at the same level, a phone call, because of social capital, can push you there. So don't throw away your social capital. That is what is moving countries or the world today. I attended Tamale Secondary School. And sometimes with a phone call, maybe I get what I want. You attended Aburi Girls, maybe with a phone call. So let's keep on to develop that social capital. And it starts from here, among yourselves and your colleagues. It's very important. We are also deeply honored today to confer honorary doctorate degrees on two distinguished national figures. The Inspector General of Police, who comes from our hometown, Nungwa, here. And proudly, we have the King of Nungwa here. And the Babu Gulomo. When you see these two people together here, it means recognition for their son. Rarely do you see them sitting together because of security. But when you take one should be there for us. But today, the two of them are here. It's because of their son. It's made them proud. And the good news is that he also comes from our family house. We also are happy to receive our sister too. It's not easy to get ladies in that high position, especially in the space where she is. And when I heard that she's going to be one, I was excited. But I didn't know her then. It was when I came today and she introduced herself to me, then I had to give the salute. My sister, congratulations. Congratulations. As founder of this institution, I am proud of how far we have come. I'm very optimistic about the future we are building together. A major milestone in our journey was the conferment of our presidential charter. I have to thank the Director General for the role he played in this. This landmark achievement is not just about gaining the authority to award our own degrees, no. Most importantly, it puts an end to the long-standing hurdle we face with admissions. In our early years, all admissions had to be reviewed and approved by our mentoring institution, the Open University of Tanzania. While their guidance was crucial, the long review process often meant delays, and in many cases, we lost over 80% of our prospective students to other universities before the approval were received. With this, we'll go on for our straight admission, and the expansion will start from today. We chose to affiliate with the Open University of Tanzania because at the time, there was no Open University in Ghana. I must say, we had only one Open University in West Africa, and that was the Open University of Nigeria. The second is this university in the whole of West Africa. So we had no mentoring institution in Ghana. So we had to go to the Open University of Tanzania. Their experience and support in distant education were invaluable to us during our formative years. But today, with the autonomy our charter provides, we are ready to grow on our own terms with agility, quality, and purpose. Looking ahead, our next focus is expansion, but without compromising on quality. I'm pleased to share that I have begun discussions with the traditional authorities in Nungwa. They are here. And they have graciously assured us of several acres of land to support our expansion plan. Mali. We are deeply grateful to the chiefs and people of Nungwa for their support and partnership. And I know they're also proud of this university because it is their own. Once again, congratulations to all our graduates and honorees. You are the pride of this institution, and we are confident that you will make a lasting impact wherever you go. May the good Lord richly bless you all, and may our future be filled with purpose, growth, and success. Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. On behalf of the Council of Accra Metropolitan University, I'd like to thank each and every one of us present here today. You have made our day special. Congratulations to our graduates and our new Doctors HC. And thanks to all the invited guests, the staff, the students. We like to acknowledge at this point the representative of the prisons. And as we go, we pray that the good Lord will go with us all, keep us safe, and make us go well equipped to lead and transform our communities and our countries. Thank you very much, and God bless us all. I now call on the council chairman to dissolve the assembly.
Our most revered founder, the guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite the chairman to dissolve this assembly.
Our most revered founder, Professor Joshua Alabi, the guest of honor, Professor Ahmed Abdullahi Jinapor, the guest speaker, Justice Berima Yao Oponkodie, members of the University Council, members of the Academic Board, chiefs, queen mothers, and traditional rulers, members of convocation, Dr. Christian Tete Yohuno, and Dr. Patricia Obonai, our cherished graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I wish on behalf of Accra Metropolitan University to express my deepest appreciation of honoring the invitation of the university to attend this congregation. We are grateful to God for a successful celebration of learning and achievements. And as graduates getting ready to step into the world, we ask God to grant you wisdom. We ask God to grant you courage. And we ask God to help you to fulfill your purpose. We ask God to bless all those who have contributed to this special day. And we pray that each one of us will leave this place with the peace and protection of God. I wish you all the very safe journey to your respective destinations, just as God granted you peace and grace to join this gathering. I now declare the congregation dissolved. Thank you.
Thank you. We would also want to acknowledge the presence of the Teshi Manche, Nigbechonlo.